What's up, good people? Welcome again to Loyds TV, Africa's #1 interview TV, and of course, it's the home of entertainment. And this is Celebrity Chat. Na tuko hapa na msanii fulani mdeadly sana. Nitaambia first venye mimi nilikutana na yeye, but before that, acha nimpe the honors of doing introduction to himself. Take it off.
Wagwan, good people. My name is Ochiko. I am a healer, singer, songwriter, and performer. Leo mimi ni guest wenyu.
Bana, karibu sana. Unafilaje kuwa na mimi hapa leo for the first time?
Asante sana, ni kutamu huku.
Yeah. So, welcome. Hapa ni Loyds TV and nataka tu to have a conversation together.
Okay.
Na nataka tuongelea music.
Okay.
So, first thing, mimi unajua nilikummeet the first time. Ilikuwa Alchemist at Fancy Fingers event.
Really?
Imagine, that was the first time nilikummeet.
That's very interesting. Tell me more.
Yeah. So, nilikuwa sana unajua we are there to shoot content. So I was shooting content outside at the entrance.
Yeah.
Then I heard you performing. So ilibidi niingie ndani ni watch who is this performing.
Okay.
Because man, nilikuwa nakuja hapo naona the way people wana nice wana feel that song.
Yeah.
And nikasema acha hata mimi nisikie what you're doing.
Yeah.
So that's hiyo ndio first encounter kusikia. Then kutoka hapo nikaenda nika search your YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Sasa nikaanza kuangalia more. And nilishangaa.
Thank you, bro.
Uko juu sana, uko juu
Thank
sana.
you,
Siati na
Maji.
kuchocha.
Nashukuru, man.
Because mimi venye nilienda nikaangalia YouTube channel nikasema hizi ndio like the songs that more of Kenyan people should consume because ni songs zenye zina sound so interesting, ziko like acha sana kuuliza wewe mwenyewe nisiseme mwenyewe na sijui. How do you call your sound?
How do I call my sound?
Yes.
I think over time people will find names to box artist, but I consider myself a pop artist.
Pop.
In the sense of I do very urban sounds. So now it's just the fusion that changes. Today on a certain tracks it's benga fused with pop. Tomorrow it's Afrobeat fused with pop. So either at the end of the day I'm a pop artist, but we fuse with whatever we come across. Yeah.
And on the stage mimi nikikuona I saw like you had a yellow band on your hand.
Yeah.
Nikadhani is this guy from Uganda? Where is this guy from? So mimi yani nilikuwa confused then.
Oh, you want the story?
Yeah.
So two reasons why I wear these and I never take them off.
Okay.
One is these are handmade from my dad.
Okay.
But two, the color, I chose yellow because I consider myself an endo warrior. There's a condition called endometriosis that affects females.
Yes.
And it just happens that today when we're shooting this, it's a very sad day for the industry. We lost one of our own. Yeah. Someone who was very inspirational in my own work, in and even out of music, Njambi Koikai. So yeah, that's why. So yellow is a color that signifies it's used to advocate for endometriosis.
Okay.
Yeah.
And manze bana, our condolences to the family.
To the family, man.
Jo, nimekuja ni kitu tu expect. Si tulidhani after surgery itakuwa poa.
Funny enough, I'm from conversations with the sister just before coming here. I received that news just an hour before coming here. So it's a heavy day. Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Going back to music, like maybe when did you know like you can sing? When do you say, man, I have this sound and I think naeza imba?
Funny enough, most artists or most creatives, I keep on hearing people wakisema vile, mi nikiwa mdogo, sijui nikiwa 3 months old, sijui nikiwa in my mother's womb. I started singing around 2014, like when I was like quite grown up. Yeah, and it happened by mistake. I didn't know that I could do it. People who've known me for more than 10 years know me primarily as a poet.
Oh,
Mse wa spoken word, manze. Sisi ni hao. Yeah. Sini Tao, pale KNT on Thursdays, we used to have something called PAL, Poetry After Lunch.
Poetry After Lunch, yes.
Yeah, that's where I started. That's where I consider myself starting as a songwriter.
Wow.
From poetry. So nilikuwa auditions flani one time, and it just happened that I did some chorus at the end of my piece. Then there was this guy called Ban Ziki. He's a producer. Ban akaniambia, tebuimba tena. Singing again, manze, wanakasikia mandurunduru, watu wakabambika, and basically that's how I started.
Wow.
But I happen to come from a musical family.
Okay. Oh,
yes.
You're coming from a musical family?
Yes. My dad is a musical legend.
And like that didn't influence you doing music, ni iyo venye ulipiga chorus to that poetry that you did?
Obviously it did, but normally growing up in a household that is full of musicians has a lot of pressure. Because watu hawaimbi kubahatisha.
Yeah, true.
Na sasa we umezaliwa wimbi. Do you imagine how that cuts across very heavily? Yeah, manze.
Yeah. So like I was doing some research nikiangalia kidogo, and nikaona you used to sing with a band.
Bro, you've done your homework. La. Yeah, I did. I did for a period. I was in a band called The Acoustics. And we came from high school together. Funny enough, one of us stopped singing. His name is Sopen Bagbosinga. Sopen right now is an artist manager. Yeni manager wa Prince Inda.
Wow.
Then there was Jaju. Jaju is an artist. I think he's based in Nakuru right now. He's in Kabarak. Yeah. Hiyo ndio ilikuwa sisi. Tuliwasumbua mbaya sana.
Like mmesing for a period of how many years, months?
Basically 2014, 15, 16. Yeah. Because now, hiyo ndio time yenye tulipatana. That's when I was really discovering what I do in detail, like breaking down what this art of mine is. That's when we really did our runs. Mafanki, we briefly did some campus tours, which was really cool. The fact that people couldn't see that we're high school kids. So yeah, it was really good days.
And if kama zilikuwa good days, maybe at what point did you say like, let's go solo? Ama nilifanyika?
I feel like as we grow, we understand ourselves more.
Yes.
So over time, I realized that the music that we all wanted to do had differences. Now, unajua, making a decision when you're in a group is unanimously is very hard.
Yeah.
So it took time. It took time to make decisions, like very small decisions that take time. Tukamwa manze, we are really good friends. We work really well together, so we can still work together while we are separate artists. Because now you see, like Sopen didn't want to chase the commercial scene, so he became an artist manager. Because primarily he was also the one who managed us, and he was good since then. So yeah, it only made more sense to chase our dreams separately. But
yeah. Now let's talk about your debut album. Inaitwa Footprint.
I'll see you.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Tuambie like the creative process of that, of most of the songs in that track, and maybe mbona that name Footprint.
So funny enough, I tend to have the names of my projects before I have the projects like fully embodied. It gives me a point of direction, knowing where to go with the music. So I had Footprint since 2019, because the song that was Footprint's inception was Songa. Songa was written in 2019 or 18.
Okay.
And I had it since then. So I tried to produce it first time in time ya COVID. We did the whole production. After COVID, tukiwa writing camp, equipment ikachomeka. Can't forget it. It was painful. It was crazy painful. Yeah. So that was the first time we created Footprint, ikachomeka. Tukapatana tena, recreated it, took it to someone who was supposed to engineer it. Akaamua reproduce mziki yangu, akayaribu. So ika go down the drain. And then 2022, that's when I started redoing it with Modest. So I redid part of it with Modest and Sedo. Yeah. But basically, the initial songs that were supposed to be on the Footprint are not even there. Because ngoma zilikuwa 2019-20 are not what you're listening to right now. Because then I'd not met some artists who are on the project. They came over time. Even the album came about.
Talking about our artists, when umesema huko meet, tumeona In that track kuna track uko na Costa Ujwang,
Yes sir.
kuna Israel Onyach,
Yes.
kuna Yoya Tajiri,
Yoya Tajiri.
and then bado tuko na Okelo Max.
Okelo Max.
Yes.
Tuko na Brandy Minor, tuko na Keithan.
Yes.
Tuko na host we have. I'm forgetting someone.
The one with Kinoti is not in the album.
No, the one with Kinoti is on my first EP.
Okay.
Am I forgetting? Modest Chabari is on the album. Yeah, I think that's about it.
And maybe how was it making decision to work with these artists? Like, but only decide aje to work with these artists that you mentioned.
I'm grateful that I don't get to kuzunguka kutafuta wasanii for projects. Most times the song choose the artist.
Okay.
And it always ends up working in one way or another. Because first time we tried working with Okelo, we couldn't get time. Whenever he wants to record Mimi Siko or I'm not in Nairobi, whenever I'm ready, he's busy on another project because now Okelo is most times in studio.
Yeah.
So now when I wrote Utamu, I wrote Utamu with the intention of doing it with one artist. But tukasema, let's send it to two, let's see who writes vile itaandikwa. Sent it. I wanted Okelo to come in as a writer. Andike verse 2. I didn't know what to do with that second verse. Okelo akaniambia na 2 days later Okelo alikuwa ametuma verse. But I sent the song to Brandy as a feature. So Brandy had also written. Tukapatana, it was a beautiful song, man.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
And maybe right now, like naweza sema the music industry in Kenya, naweza sema for now it's growing. Kuna so many artists are coming up wanafanya vizuri.
Yeah.
Like, do you think like sai Kenyans are beginning to consume a lot of our music, and maybe do you think wana consume which genre sana sana?
Kenyans have been consuming our music since we started campaign ya Play KE. So we are doing so much better than where we were in 2018 or 2019.
Okay.
Mziki yenye inasikizwa sana, I feel like it's evenly distributed because there's a big portion of, say, Nairobians who listen to my type of music, and there's equally a big amount that listens to, say, urban tone. Yeah. So we're doing really well.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so far, you guys are doing a lot of performance.
Yes, sir.
And we can call you a performer and artist.
Yes.
And also on a guitar, so a guitarist and a performer.
Yes.
Like, what's the best actor you may perform kasema have delivered?
I am a very harsh critic on myself. So every gig tends to be better than the last. And the last gig I did was Gote. I did the Jam. It happened in Gote. Yeah, so yeah, that was I think a few weeks ago. Amazing show. Watu walijibamba sana, walimwaga jasho. It was a beautiful show. Yeah.
And nataka tuongele like turudi tu kwa album kidogo.
Yeah.
The song naitwa Yeyo, which is actually one of my favorite. Like that's
Same.
yeah, like that nataka tu tumeongelea creative process of the whole album. Like sasa tuongelea about that Yeyo song. Like ni understand tu ni nini ilikuwa na differently yenye ili sound that amazing, because mimi hiyo ndio my favorite.
First of all, I've had Yeyo for the guitars. I've had the guitars to Yeyo for around 2 years. I didn't know what to do with them.
Okay.
Lakini character development ni nani? A Nairobi woman alinipatia inspiration hapo after kuni-develop. So I just happened that at a certain point in time I was in a relationship, and I happened to find out that the person I was with had started liking someone else while we were still in a relationship. So ni ile writing from a perspective of nakuacha uende from a point of love. It looks like you're not happy with me. So I hope you find the love that you're looking for. You know, hii kitu yenye unatafuta nje, but it is not here. It is okay that it is not with me, because inaonekana ukiendelea kukaa hapa, it becomes more painful for both of us at the end. So please go and go with God.
Okay. Yeah. And now that you've been doing music for, like, how long have you been doing music? Naweza sema saini, how many years?
I've been in Nairobi 2 years, so let's say 2 years.
2 years.
Yeah.
And I'm surprised. Yeah, so in these 2 years, maybe nini umelearn in this music industry that you want to, like, unataka uendelee kufanya better in?
Learning from my elders. I tend to surround myself with people who are older than me, even even in the business. People who are older than me, people who have more experience, people who have more understanding, more in-depth perspectives. So I've been working with people who are, tuseme kama, say Modest Shabari, Sedo, Fancy Fingers. So you see, like, some people who've been in the industry for like quite a long time.
Yeah.
Petrus, these are guys who've been there like for a while. So working with people who are older tends to give me perspective on what to do right now. Because how they started or where the industry was when they were starting, it's not where it is right now. But the lessons that they have that I will only learn over time if I'm not with them. Like ni viboko lazima tu nichapwe as an artist so that I learn. Because now you get into some of these things from a point of ignorance. We never really know what to do with this art. We do it because we love it and we learn as we go. So working with people who are more seasoned gives me more edge. Yeah.
Okay. And now with 2 years in the industry, maybe what's the biggest challenge unang'ang'ananga nayo kila siku ndio uendelee?
Export. Export. I feel like Kenya struggles to export music. Or art. Outside Nairobi, people don't know me, most likely, right now.
Yeah.
So many other, I can even say confidently that 80% of the artists that we listen to in Nairobi, outside of Nairobi, they're not known. So even like out in our own counties, extra like out of Nairobi counties, we still don't have names. Our music is not being listened to. It's not cutting across yet. That's the biggest struggle I think I'm facing every day. So if you're struggling to play in Kisumu, how are you playing in Tanzania, in South Africa? How is my music going to cut across to Nigeria or the States? You see? So that's export is a major struggle, but it's something that we are working on, and we are doing so much. We're doing so much along the lines of exporting our art to make sure that it cuts across Kenya, East Africa, and the world. Yeah.
Yeah, and talking about export and music reaching people, I think one thing that artists need to do ni the marketing. The marketing do determine how you'll reach the audience, some of the listeners.
Yeah.
Maybe according to you, what's the best way to market your music?
There's a perspective I saw a few days ago from Combox, the presenter.
Yeah.
And the perspective was, if Kena was an artist, would he be the biggest artist?
Yeah,
because he's everywhere.
Yeah.
You see content creators everywhere. I feel like the secret is content creation. Getting into spaces that making the media work for you. That's it, actually. So being everywhere, being on TikTok as a content creator, being on Instagram, say, as a lifestyle influencer, being on ads, being everywhere. To the point that when at the end of the day, why are we seeing Ochiko everywhere? Then when you come to listen to the music, there are so many other reasons to keep you tied to me. You see?
Yeah.
Because every other person because music is a tool of transport. For example, say someone, Dr. Dre. So many people didn't know that Dr. Dre owns Beats by Dre. You see?
Yeah.
So like using other means to just make sure that the music transports every other form of art. Because that's also the one way, the biggest way for artists to earn. Say in stuff like publishing. By being a songwriter, at the end of the day, I tend to eat more as a songwriter as compared to as a singer. So you see, like, that's an avenue.
Yeah.
But that's only one. There's so much more. Say you're into sports. Why is Snoop Dogg commentating on a sports commercial and he's an artist? You see?
Yeah.
Yeah. So like we need to do more. We need to be out there more. And I feel like it's something it's a nugget that I got and I intend to heavily use. Yeah.
Okay. And like how does it feel like to be a performer, and also you're also a guitarist? Like how do you manage to keep all this art? Like uzinini vizuri, you work with them well.
I feel like we're a multifaceted generation, man. Sini unaitwangaje polymath. We pick up habits, talents, skills really fast, and we don't struggle balancing them. I feel like it came with the generation that we're in, because kitambo, my folks used to question, hautasoma lakini sinasoma na nafanya this thing, like, you know, with equal balance, in equal measure, and it works. So I feel like it kidogo happens easily, but you have to learn how to maintain the quality control. Hiyo ndio sasa kenye unahitaji tizi nayo. Because now you'll find that if I stopped playing guitar today, 2 years from now, see, I'll be a stranger to guitar, but it's just that the skills that someone who's at my level right now is, 2 years from now will be ahead significantly. So it's just the growth curve ndio we need to maintain. Yeah.
And maybe among all this art, ni gani ilikuja first ama which led to the other?
Writing, which is poetry for me.
Okay.
Mi nilianza kaa poet. Mimi nimeandika so many letters back in high school. Watu wangu wenye tulikuwa na nyinyi shule. I did so much for you guys, man. I wrote so many letters. I wrote so many pieces for people. In funkies, kijana akitaka girlfriend, sisi hapo na guitar tumeimba. You know, like that's how we did it. That's so the poetry started. Then came the melodies, so which is songwriting and more of composition. Then guitar came way later. I started playing guitar in 2017. So guitar, I think, was one of the latest to come. So after guitar came production, of which now, like, our art tends to evolve. In each season of our lives, our art is asking for more. Like, you get to a point, you want to write a song, but you don't know how to play an instrument. How will you write? You want to write a song, but unasikia beats kwa kichwa. How you gonna produce? It's like the art kidogo forcefully requires you to evolve. Yeah.
Yeah, and gonna one question hapa. Apart from you, currently, who do you think has the best album?
Who do I think has the best album? Where? Wapi, in Kenya?
In Kenya.
Okay. So, this is, you know, it's an opinion. So, it's very biased. Very, very biased. Number one, on a tie. Savara, Savage Level, and Lisa Odor. Her album, Lisa Odor, no. That EP, I can't remember the name. Those ones tie. That's number one. Second, I feel like Kinoti's Green Room was really good. It's inanifidingi sana, like, this is away from us being homies. His art, that Green Room project was amazing for me. Then there's an artist called Mali. And then nimsikize huyo kijana. He's very new. Amazing songwriter. He has a new project out. Really beautiful work. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. And to the next question, pia hii part inaitwa who. Sawa. Hapa tunauliza, who can you say played a big role to who you are today?
I feel like there are different people depending it's what aspect of my life. In my music, I can give 2 people. As I said, Njambi. Njambi played a heavy role to introduce me to the commercial industry at a time when I didn't even have commercial music out. In 2019, I had not yet released. The first time I released music was in 2021. So from 2019, she, let's say, inducted me. Number 2, we have Njokimoni. Wherever you are, I have so much love for you. She's she did a lot more to influence my runs, my riffs, mostly my vocabulary music. She's an amazing coach. Yeah.
On to the next one. Who do you think does the best cover songs?
It's been a minute since I saw guys do cover songs, man. I don't know how to answer that. It's been a while since I had people do covers, man. It's been a minute. But someone who I think does covers really well. There's a sax player called Babu. He's in Huntsville. Okay. Shout out to Babu. He does the best instrumental covers that I think I've heard. Yeah.
The last one. Who do you think is the best producer?
Ai, wewe wacha, wewe unataka kuniingiza
According
wapi
to you, who's the
wewe?
best producer in the industry?
The producers I work with are the best. I'll say a few in no particular order. Modest Chabari, Fancy Fingers, Sedo, Murodhi Minor, Petrus. I think those are the top of producers. Actually, they're the only producers that I work with. Yeah, they're the only producers that I work with. I've not yet opened myself up to working with more. And even some of them, most of the works that we've done together are just starting to come out. We just released our first work with Sedo recently at Oti.
Okay.
So yeah, there's still so much more for you guys to experience.
Yeah, I feel like Kenya, in terms of music production, we are getting producers wengine wenye wana come through wenye wanafanya so much, like from the likes of umesikia anaitwa Wodomolo. Have you heard Wodomolo?
Wodomolo, hey. Yeah, Wodomolo. Wodomolo, we've been wanting to work together. He actually sent me stuff a while back that was supposed to be in the album. But just due to unforeseen circumstances, like loss of data, we couldn't do the projects that we did. But Wodomolo is so much respect to him. You see the work he's doing in the gospel and out of gospel industry. Amazing producer.
And Zui, tukimalizia, maybe mi ningependa tu tupe a short thing yenye maybe ulikuwa umetutayarishia for today, if you don't mind, alafu tumalize.
Okay. Chatuone what we have today.
Yeah, and aki set up the guitar manze, if you have not subscribed to Loyds TV, please do so right now. Finya hiyo subscribe, na pia unaweza comment hapo tuambie who do you want to see next here.
Tuksa. This is Slowly. This is off of my album, The Footprint. Sijapenda in a long time. I get excited when I see you smile. Every time I close my eyes, naona picha za milele. I know you're scared and it's alright. Expectations kill the vibe. I don't wanna rush. Baby, don't try no way. Let's fall in love, but slowly. Learn to love me. Slowly, let's fall in love, yeah. Slowly, learn to love me, yeah. Slowly, let's fall in love, but slowly, let's fall in love, but slowly.
Amazing sana manze.
Yes, sir.
Mtu anataka kusikia more,
Yes, sir.
asikie to your YouTube channel. Tell them where they can find you on the socials, manze.
On all streaming and social media platforms, my name is Ochiko. Ochiko. Everywhere. Yes, sir.
Kabisa.
Yes.
Shukran sana for coming.
Thank you for having me, bro. You're doing an amazing job, man.
Thank you. Sasa tungoje the next project.
Next project. Hata mwezi yaishi.
Kabisa.
Hata mwezi yaishi. This June we're dropping something new, something fresh. So stay tuned. Still tied to the album. So amazing stuff.
Kabisa.
Yeah.
Okay guys, thank you so much for watching. This has been Celebrity Chat. Na hope manze enjoy. So manze ndio usimiss another episode, make sure subscribe and click this bell for notification. Ndio ujue tu tukiupload kitu. See you on the next one. I'm Bonsevic aka the Mic King. Peace out.
Come on.